Listen. Well, hello.
Hello!
Welcome back to my amazing friends, and welcome to those who are new. If this is the first time you are seeing my face and you love thrifting, you love fairycore, you love cottagecore, you love whimsical things, you like crafting things, you like cosplay and nerdy things, you're just a trash goblin like me.
I'm the trash man!
Then I very much encourage you to click that red subscribe button because you are in good company. Now, it has been quite a minute since I have done a thrift haul on this channel. As you guys know, I've been trying to expand the types of content that we make. For the longest time there, I was just making thrift hauls, and not only was that not good for me and putting me in a box, but also not good for my wallet because, as you guys know, I don't make very much money doing this. This is mostly just for funsies, and whatever I make from it, hey, you know, I want to make this a job. I'm trying to make it a job. But my other content, my crafty videos, have been doing quite well. But I was sad the other day, which happens when one's brain is a bit eclectic. So I convinced my husband to take me to the thrift store. I also needed to run some errands because I'm preparing for a really fun, pre-Raphaelite themed photo shoot pretty soon, which I will be vlogging. So yeah, I ran into Goodwill. Why wouldn't I? It's been a while, so I better, you know, reward myself for being good.
3 words for you. Treat yourself.
So yeah, that is what we are doing today. We are doing a thrift haul. I did not actually do a thrift with me because I mostly just went in there to look at stuff. But you know what? Hauls are good. So before we get into the meat and potatoes of this haul, I'm gonna start out with the non-bookish things, and then we'll go into the books. That is kind of the order in which I found things anyway. So first we're gonna start with the one piece of clothing that I found. And sorry, it is inside out because I actually tried it on when I got home. Actually, no, it's not inside out. I am not sure how this blue looks on me, but I got myself another flowy off-the-shoulder top. This is very on brand for me. I don't have very many things that are blue. For the longest time, I was very much against blue. Don't ask me why. Blue used to be my favorite color, and I guess I just got too much of it. But now I'm kind of circling back because I really do like a lot of like Renaissance style art, and there is blues in Renaissance style art, and also pre-Raphaelite art, which is not technically Renaissance. It's Renaissance inspired. But yeah, off the shoulder blue top. This is by Massimo, so this is from Target, one of their earlier pieces. And yeah, I wonder if I can launch it. No, that was sad. I hope I don't end up including that, but. And then the rest is homeware because I'm the queen of thrifting homeware. We got a little tin, and I really liked it because it has little burbs and you know, my favorite butterflies. And it's a nice little size. I don't know what I'm gonna use it for, but I have a rule. Usually I don't thrift things that I don't have a purpose for, but when it comes to containers and boxes, I always have a need for containers and boxes to put crap in to hide my copious amounts of clutter and doom piles of just random crap everywhere. So make it look pretty clutter. So I grabbed the box. This next thing is kind of a container, and it is also very on brand for Scotty. It's a little house, and this actually is part of the Avon collection. I don't even have to look at it to clock it that it's Avon because I have the house canisters over there that I keep my makeup in that match this, and I actually have this in my wish list on Mercari. Someone listed it for $20, and I spent $5 on this, so win-win. And this is actually for pasta. Unlike my other Avon house canisters, I will actually be using this in the kitchen. Eventually I'm going to get to redecorating my kitchen as much as I can because it's ugly. It has black floors, black counters, ugly backsplash. I attempted to repaint the cabinets when we first moved in. I did a stellar job. The only problem is it did not hold up. I did follow all of the instructions that you were supposed to do, like cleaning, sanding, several coats of paint, varnish on top. It's still, I blame the paint. I got swindled. So it looks like crap. So like, I'm trying to decide if I want to make it a goal to remodel the kitchen, but also I don't want to live here forever. I want to live in my dream vintage house somewhere in the forest, not in the meth head capital of the suburbs. But you know, one can dream. Maybe if this channel pops off. Next, we got little dishes, and at first I was like, oh, I don't need like little fancy dishes anymore because I got that really cute dish set that's very tea party core. That's not a word. It's very cottagecore, but like make it tea party. So I wasn't gonna get these, but then I looked closer. Well, first of all, this is what they look like. These are plastic. So these are good for Scotty. Okay, Scotty, I don't know why I'm talking to myself in third person. I'm very clumsy and I break stuff, so that's why like the really pretty dishes have been set aside in the china cabinet and never get used. So these are things I can actually use on a daily basis and still feel fancy and not feel bad if I drop it, because it will most likely not break, and if it does, I would have to really put in effort to break it. And then last home item, I did not need another mirror. Hey look, there's you. But the moment I picked this up, I was like, ooh, I can make another fairy mirror and I can sell it to help raise money for my Colorado trip, or I'll keep it because, you know, my walls aren't completely covered yet. But yeah, I'm considering putting moss and butterflies and mushrooms on this and then debating on if I want to sell it or not. So if you really, really want my handcrafted fairy mirror, you can bug me in the comments and convince me to sell it and auction it off on Whatnot. Because I do eventually want to do a fantasy themed Whatnot show to raise money for Colorado, because your girl's broke, but she's still trying to make it happen. We already bought our plane tickets and we still have to pay for the Airbnb and the Ren Faire. So I don't know. I thought it was cute. Now we get to the books, which I know is probably the reason why I clicked on this video. So I have a big old pile of books. This is actually the last thing I found at the thrift store. I did pretty good. The first books that I actually grabbed are a couple of books on my TBR. I haven't fully read Lord of the Rings. I know, blasphemy. I say I'm a fan and I haven't really read the book. Listen, I have ADHD. Reading is not my strong suit. I have them on Audible, but I wanted to kind of grab the companion books, like grab the actual physical copies. And I know many of you are gonna remind me that I'm actually looking for the hardbacks or like a leather bound. And you are right, I am. However, in the meantime, I did find these really good paperbacks, and these are in really good condition. I'm not usually a fan of the movie print, but I actually really like these. This is a really quality book. I did not find Fellowship of the Ring. I just found The Two Towers and Return of the King. There was a copy on the shelf, but it wasn't of this series, like this particular publishing. And it was a little more beat up. So I didn't grab that one. I need them to match. So I'll keep an eye out for the one that matches this. If I'll ever find it, I don't know. And I'm still keeping an eye out for a hardback, for a leather bound, for a fancy one. I doubt I'll ever find one in a thrift store, but girl can dream, just like with the Lennox Spice Village, right? Next, this was actually in the art section. I don't know if it's technically, I don't know, I haven't really looked through it that much, but it just looked cool, and I like Shakespeare, so it is Shakespeare sketchbook. A Shakespeare. I can read. I didn't just get this for the pictures. Okay, I got it for the pictures. I thought the illustrations were really cool, and I was really drawn to this Midsummer Night's Dream illustration. So basically, this looks like it's just an illustrated book with, yeah, works of Shakespeare. Also, there's a bookmark in here, the Tutors Guild. So someone left this in here, which is really cool. This was $2.99, and I want to see what it looks like without the dust jacket. Not that exciting. Sometimes you get really cool books without the dust jacket. This one is actually better with it. Surprisingly, I usually don't like the dust jackets, but I actually like this one. Next, we have this copy of Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte, and I thought this color was really cool. I'm really a sucker for green books, and I haven't read this one yet. I don't know if it's good. I know people who are literature snobs are gonna tell me in the comments, but I figured it's a classic, may as well pick it up. Next, I got this book. It's just one of the junior classics, and not too exciting on the front, but then it has a knight. So, like, obviously I'm a sucker for medieval homages, so I had to grab it. There are some illustrations, but not too many. I'm pretty simple. I like the pictures in books, but I also like how books look on my bookshelf. Call me a poser, if you will, but I think it's cool. Do I actually read the books that I buy? See previous rant about having ADHD and relying upon Audible to read to one's. Moving on. Next, these 3 books are from a set, and please do not yell at me in the comments for separating a set. There were many of these books, but I only could afford to grab 3 of them, and I grabbed, dare I say, the best ones. First, we have yet another knight, and this is another one of those series called My Book House, so it's a compilation of different stories. This one is in shining armor, so it is a collection of knight stories. There's a Robin Hood story in here. Yeah, I'm not super familiar with all of these, but this book I believe was published in 1937. Yeah, 1937. So the second one is From the Tower Window. All three of these have a beautiful illustration on the front and have illustrations throughout. So this one has of note in here, let's see, Joan of Arc. Yeah, I'm not like, again, I'm not like a huge literature person, so I'm not familiar with all of these, but I thought the book was cool. Maybe I'll take a look at it and read it. Who knows, because this is a collection of stories, so it's not something that I have to really spend a lot of time on. The last one of this specific series is probably my favorite. As you guys know, I love the, what is it, the Andrew Lang fairy books. I don't have one yet. I've been looking for one. So when I saw this, it reminded me of that. It has this beautiful image of a fairy and then two children on the front. A kid drew something in it. So this just has a collection of different fairy tales and fairy stories in here. Again, illustrations throughout. And I just love how this book looks. I think I might get one of those displays to actually stick it like this. I'm not sure. I believe all of them deserve that, but I don't have the bookshelf space. But we'll see. I eventually want to revamp this whole bookshelf area over here, if you guys have seen my kind of rough room tour. One last book, and it is on theme. It is yet another fairy tale book. We have Grimm's Complete Fairy Tales. This is the Barnes & Noble one. Although I think this one is from the 90s. This says that it was published in 1993. As you guys know, I've been wanting to collect different fairy tale books. So this was a very pleasant surprise to find, and it very much goes with all of the other books that I found. We've got Lord of the Rings, we've got fairy stories, night stories, hero stories. It works. There's a reoccurring theme going on. So yeah, those are the books that I found. I'm pretty excited. I still have no idea where I'm gonna put these because my current shelf space is kind of still trying to figure that out. I need to get like a proper bookcase. I still don't really have one. I have this cheap Target one back here that's kind of small. So eventually I'm going to upgrade to an actual bookcase instead of these flimsy little IKEA and Target situations. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I haven't done one of these in such a long time, so I thought I would bring it back for old time's sake. Don't expect a lot of these in the future because I'm still trying to save money, and I have probably the next month and a half worths of videos planned. Yes, I do plan things out, at least when I need to, when sponsors are involved. So she's responsible. She's not flying by the seat of her pants. Okay, she is most of the time, but right now she's not. She's trying. Wow, again with a third person. Okay, I think that's where we gotta end it. Like if you like this video, let me know down below what your favorite thing that I found was. If you are a book or literature nerd, maybe drop some knowledge. Let me know what your favorite books are that I maybe thrifted, or any book recommendations I should keep an eye out, judging from my taste, if there's anything you think I should look for. And yeah, we will catch up in the next video. I am planning on doing a Ren Faire tips video, and we have a couple more Fairycore style crafting videos planned, so keep an eye out. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you so much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.